Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. We are currently in the Alliance military camp, and last time we did the dungeon Ghimlyt Dark. Drove back the Garlean forces for now, and then Alizé fell over from our mysterious headache episodes here. Well, I guess that's everyone who had them, except me. Alizé is being cared for at the infirmary. Would if there were more we could do for her. Can I look at her? No, she's not here. So the Garleans have been routed, have they? Well done. Though this exchange was no more than a test of our strength, like as not. They won't be taking any chances now that the Emperor has joined the fray. They want to take their time, whittle down our defenses. Still, with your help and that of our eastern allies, we've passed the first test. Our line is unbroken. As for Alizé, well, she's in good hands over at the infirmary. My lord, the Chirurgeons have concluded the examination of Mistress Alizé, and it is as we feared. She is locked in a slumber without any outward cause. Just like the others, damn it all. Aye, the Garleans picked a fine time to come knocking. 5 scions incapacitated, and with the enemy on our doorstep, I cannot spare the men to assist in the search for a cure. The best I can do is see to it that Alizé is escorted safely back to the Rising Stones. Ygir and I would return to our encampment. The main contingent of our forces from the Far East is under sail, and all must be made ready for their arrival. I'll not keep you then. Judging by the Garleans' recent movements, or lack thereof, they won't be launching another offensive in the immediate future. You should return to the Rising Stones. Given the plight of your fellow scions, I can understand if you feel on edge, but you'll be no good to anyone out west. Serenia, welcome home. Word has it you and Mistress Alizé gave the Garleans quite a thrashing. Speaking of whom, where is Mistress Alizé? I was certain she would have returned by now. By the 12th, not her too. Ock and I ready the infirmary for our arrival. We will also need to send a message to Tataru post-haste. Would that I had something other than grim tidings to share with her. And with you too, for that matter. It grieves me to report that the Archon's condition remains unchanged. As we speak, Coltonor, Kryl, and Master Matoya continue to explore every possible avenue. Alas, their efforts have yet to bear fruit. But all is not lost. You are still hale and whole, after all, though I suspect you must be tired from your journey. You should rest, my friend. Leave the worrying to us, for the time being at least. Meanwhile, at the border of Alamigo. Hello, not Zenos. Confound these old bones. Used as I am, I should have been the one to be struck down. But this is still the same, huh? Ryle takes Frankfurt's place in these reconnaissance missions. And otherwise... Ascian, yours is a welcome face indeed in these troubled times. Though if you've come to inquire about our stricken brothers and sisters, I'm afraid I have naught to report. Coltonor and the others continue a tireless search for answers, and I too have done all in my power to assist them. Alas. My apologies for the intrusion. I was told Master Alphino has been brought here, and wished to see if his condition has improved. Ah, Maximum. Mr. Serenia, I have heard about the part you played in driving back the Empire's forces. Thank you. That you were able to stop them, if only for a short while, gives me hope. I realize how strange such words must sound coming from a Garlean lips. But I speak them out of the love I bear for my homeland, because I wish to see an end to the bloodshed. That is why I chose to share all that I know with the Alliance. Though I will surely be branded as a traitor, I'm content to bear that ignominy. It will seem a small price to pay if it helps prevent this conflict from escalating any further. But enough of my prattling. The war is not what brought me all this way. I came to see Master Alphino. An acquaintance of Serenia and Alphino, are you? Well, far be it from me to turn away good company. If you will follow me, sir. When word reached me that Alphino had returned, it seemed only right that I visit him. Poor lad, it pains me to see him thus, but I take solace in the knowledge that he is safe and well cared for. He fought valiantly at the burn. The Popularis could not have wished for a more committed ally. I know not how he came to be so afflicted, but I pray a cure will be found soon. On an unrelated note, you may be interested to know that I traveled here in the company of another acquaintance of yours. He awaits my return at North Silverstream, and I'm certain he would be glad to see you, assuming you can spare the time with us. Alright. It? Ah, there you are. I was beginning to think you would not come. It sounds like you've been through the mill. You should have called me. Though I must confess, tracking down missing souls isn't exactly within my field of expertise. As you may have surmised, I heard much of Master Garland growing up in Garlemald. Indeed, he has long been a source of inspiration for me. Most Garleans would say he's a traitor, that he turned his back on his country. We of the Popularis, however, consider him a revolutionary, a man willing to defy the Empire's dream of subjugation, that his invention might bring about a better future for all mankind. Please, revolutionary is a term best reserved for my work. I am but an Imperial defector who fought to aid another Imperial defector. Whatever Master Garland says, I'm humbled to find myself in such distinguished company. Speaking of distinguished company, we heard from Rauban that you ran into an old friend in the burn. Is it true? Gaius still lives? Like most in the army, I never had the privilege of seeing the legatus without his mask. To think I walked halfway across the burn in the presence of a black wolf. And he claimed to have severed ties with the Empire and to hunt Ascians, did he? After his humbling at the Praetorium, one would think he'd have the good sense to stay dead. Would you meet again? I shall be sure to tell him so. Commander Alden also spoke of the Alliance's meeting with the Emperor, though I still labor to believe what he told us. Did his Radiance really claim that Garleans was founded by the Ascians? But that's madness! The very notion is absurd. Every fiber of my being rails against it, and yet I see there's no escaping the truth. From the very founding of my homeland, my brothers and sisters have laid down their lives in service to a lie. The Ascians must be stopped, to save my people, to save all peoples. For all the Empire's many crimes, even I did not suspect. Had I known, I would have left a lot sooner. But that's in the past. Here in the present, we must apply ourselves to the problem of how the Empire's ambition may be thwarted, not only in Eorzea, but in the Far East as well. The Ironworks will spare no effort to achieve that end. Xavier's Wall was a good start, but we can do more, and we will. We will show them what it means to achieve freedom through technology. Begging your pardons, I bear a message for the Warrior of Light. Commander Alden requests your presence at Alliance headquarters in Alamigo. We will discuss matters of strategy at your earliest convenience. Ah yes, the inevitable messenger. I knew it wouldn't be long before duty called you away. Time, no doubt, being of the essence. Could I tempt you to ride aboard the Excelsior? If there's a faster way to Rauban's side, I will personally apologize to the commander for keeping him waiting. I swear, every time you board my airship, you seem to be barreling headlong into danger. And every time you somehow contrive to emerge victorious. Which, of course, is an admirable skill. But no one is invincible, Serenia, not even you. So please take care of yourself out there. I pray you remain safe on the front lines. Though ill-equipped to join the fray, I shall do all I can to assist from headquarters. My colleagues and I have been tasked with evacuating casualties by air. See that you're not among them, huh? I get something. Commander Alden's waiting, milady. It would be best if we proceeded to Alliance headquarters at once. You're here, good. I summoned you to discuss strategy, but first I would apprise you of the Garleans' movements. Upon speaking with Rauban, several cutscenes will play in sequence. It is recommended that you set aside sufficient time to view these scenes in their entirety. Alright.
There have been several skirmishes along the border, but as yet neither side has delivered a decisive blow. We had long assumed that the Garleans would overwhelm us in a straight fight, but we seem to be gaining ground, albeit slowly. As to why that might be, the most likely explanation is that they have yet to commit all their forces. Still, we're winning, and our latest intelligence suggests the Emperor has retreated back to Garlemald. In light of this, we're considering launching an offensive with the aim of pushing the front line forward and giving ourselves some room to breathe.
Commander! The Imperials! They've broken through our defenses to the east!
What?
Our scouts say their forces are being led by Lord Zenos. Lord Heian and Commander Hext have taken their troops to provide support, but we don't know how long they can hold out.
So, they've been biding their time, waiting for his arrival, have they? Very well. Send word to our allies, requesting reinforcements for the front line. Should the worst come to the worst, I may need to enter the fray myself. But what of you? Do you still have the strength to fight?
You need only say the word.
Much obliged. Given the choice, I'd take you over 100 soldiers.
Come on.
Why won't they open? Please, I bid you open.
What's wrong? Is it the voice again?
Yeah?
Are you sure you're in a fit state to do this? May Ralga grant us strength. Give 'em hell, lass. I, for my part, will defend this place to my dying breath.
Meanwhile, at the border of Alamigo. Take control of someone, right? Yeah. Hold your ground until the warrior of light arrives. Okay, dot and charge and heal. Simple enough.
Ready?
So there's still those willing to stand against the Crown Prince. Interesting. Let's put an end to this here now. Do you truly believe that possible? But let us test the limits of this Garlean vessel. And there were the normal soldiers. A formidable foe. But we have come too far to fail now. Soon I shall give the lie to man's indomitable spirit. Warrior of Light is still nowhere in sight. Strength, my friends. It would not do to have Serenia arrive to find us better than broken. Fight and struggle if it is your wont, but you will not escape your fate. Please. Our fate is not for you to decide. Enough. You will learn your place. Behold, a taste of my true power. What is this sorcery? Look upon Amano Habakiri and know the depths of your folly. Oh no, you don't!
Here it comes!
Lise, no! What have you done? Lise? If he would bring us all to bear, then so must
The
we.
weave of a shinobi's power.
And you give him for cheating
The
for
art
brutal
of my
limit break.
forebears.
Well done, dispelling his phantoms. Now hurry, we must protect Lise. Still, you choose to struggle against the inevitable. The warrior flag is but a few hundred yards away. We may be on the back foot, but it's not over yet. If we can at least hold out until Serenia arrives, I'm sure we can turn this around. She comes, does she? But I'd not waste my time on you.
Fall, fiend!
You get it!
Damn you!
Magic. With a Garlean body. That's hardly fair. Still, he must be stopped, no matter the cost.
But not like this.
Bringer of light. It has been too long. No words to mark our reunion? So be it. Equilibrium must be restored, and only your death will redress the balance.
Yeah, you, I've had as myself. Will suffer your interference no longer. Oh. Ow. Potential of this vessel is transcended, without limit. You're a strong bringer of light, but her blessing will avail you not. Well, impossible. How is it that you have grown so powerful in the gift? No matter. You may have bested La Brea, but I will not be cast aside so easily.
I see.
Because Ascian.
Your mother chose her champion well. Yet, for all your strength, you will still fail.
Please, I beseech you.
Terrible timing.
Ah, someone calls to you. Too late, alas.